the building is still under construction or whether or not there were people inside it. We have two earthquakes out in Asia. There was a 5.7 near Islamabad, about 57 miles northeast of Islamabad. There was another one about 200 miles to the north, almost on the Chinese border, which was a 5.2. There are no reports of any damage or injuries from either earthquake. And Northwest Orient Airlines had a little incident this morning. 45 people were injured, at least 3 seriously, when a 747-400 hit turbulence on the Manila to Tokyo leg of a U.S.-bound flight. Ambulances took the injured to hospitals after the jet, with 422 people on board, landed at Narita at Tokyo at 12:19 p.m. local time today. The flight was going on to L.A. after leaving Tokyo. According to a spokesman for Narita Airport, the latest information we have is that 39 passengers were injured in addition to 6 crew members. A middle-aged woman speaking in Japanese told the CATEX-TV network, quote, "The person in front of me flew up to the ceiling. The person behind me collapsed and looked unconscious. I was really scared. I thought I would die. The plane shook so much, my whole body hovered up in the air. Inside the cabin, everybody was screaming." Northwest said that air turbulence is believed to be the cause. The turbulence occurred 30 minutes before landing when the seatbelt sign was on. Apparently the plane was circling over Japan's Shiba Prefecture, awaiting permission to land at Narita. Nobody wearing their seatbelts were injured. And news from Israel that Israeli President Shimon Peres has chosen hardliner Likud leader Benjamin Netanyahu to form a new Israeli government. He's given Netanyahu 6 weeks to put together a coalition. The question now is whether Netanyahu will form a narrow government with his hardline allies or reach out to his centrist rival, Kadima party leader Tzipi Livni. The choice he's going to make, obviously, will have serious ramifications for the Mideast peace process. Perez made his announcement early this afternoon. And in Uganda, finally some bright news, possibly. This is a country racked by AIDS. An oil exploration firm in Uganda, Tullow Oil, said this morning that the wells it's planning to drill this year could put the country among the world's top 50 oil producers. Since 2006, when Uganda first discovered oil, some 600 million barrels of oil reserves have been found around Lake Albert that straddles the Uganda-Congo border. The company said that the wells we're going to drill this year could discover another 1 billion barrels. So Uganda could be a country with between 1 billion and 1.5 billion barrels of total reserves, which would put Uganda in the top 50 oil producers in the world. The government believes that commercial petroleum extraction will begin this year. Apparently, the Canadian oil prospecting firm Heritage Oil said in September that it had found the country's largest oil deposit in the Albert Basin, which may be, according to this company, up to 2 billion barrels located right there. And here's an interesting story. You may not believe this, but it's true. Not too far from where I'm sitting in Princeton, in upstate New York, the New York State Police ticketed a man for driving at 137 miles per hour on Interstate 84. This was about 60 miles north of the New Jersey border. 137 miles an hour is very fast. Here's the car he was driving in. Yes, that's a 1993 Honda Civic. How he got that car traveling at a speed of 137 miles an hour is very difficult to understand. He was ticketed for speeding, reckless driving, and most important, having vehicle windows with an illegal tint. Let's go back to another picture. This plane needs only an additional 13 miles per hour to reach that position to take off. Yes, it's true. The Boeing 747-400 takes off from a runway fully loaded at 150 miles per hour. If the Honda Civic had been traveling 13 miles an hour faster, it would have matched this speed. Don't try this at home. That's the message for the weekend. We'll see you on Monday. Thank you for watching.